M.A.R.A. Make America religious again. M.A.R.A.
MAGA M.A.R.A. Presto Changeo!
Christians need information, and other people who are not Christian might need this information to understand Christians and have a slightly different view of Christians by the end of the video. As you might already know, you are not truly a Christian if you are in fact a dog owner. But yet these dog owners show up at Mass to celebrate Christianity? That's fascinating. Right. It literally says right in the Bible not to do that. So if you are a Christian, definitely consider that if you do have what is called a dog or a canine, that you might want to further your faith by letting go of your dog and giving it to somebody else who might not be a Christian, who will also treat that creature with love and respect. But if you really want to be a true Christian, you just can't be a dog owner or do any kind of dog-related activities. What do you call people who are outside of the faith of Christianity? It might not seem nice depending on how you view it, but the reality is they are outsiders. And outside there are dogs, just like it says in Revelation. They're not in with Christianity, they are outside of. A very important political issue, and that I am against, having our veterans here in the United States of America have access to programs where they can get dogs for PTSD or any other type of illness that they may be being treated for with the use of a canine. Why am I so against this? Because from my understanding, it is satanic to follow and force upon dogs, canines, onto people, especially with disabilities. Most veterans don't come out with these types of negative outcomes, but for the ones who do, I see it not just as anti-religion, but also just anti-human in general, to where they're going to have a dog do what a human could do. Okay? If I ran for governor or any political office, I want humans to help the veterans. I don't want some creature to help the veterans. I want to give the veterans the best treatment and care. A dog cannot give the best treatment or care to a veteran. That is absurd. And I see that as evil when people blindly just accept that they're going to be getting dogs instead of human help. That really irritates me very much. A dog can't call for a veteran's medication. A dog can't pick up the phone and call 911 if there's an issue. Honestly, in some regards, I would actually see as having a dog would actually be more stressful, because now you have to go out and pay for this dog to live and feed it, and you have to clean up after it. That doesn't sound like treating PTSD to me. Dogs, canines, they also carry ticks, mites, parasites, especially the parasitic worms. beetles, mosquitoes, and flies. And all of these things can harm a human being. It doesn't necessarily mean that your dog has these things, but it becomes a significantly higher risk of these things that could affect you, the human, or the families of these humans. Do you really want to just accept this creature in your home that drinks out of the toilet when you're at work, and then when you return home from work, then licks you? Then you have this added cost and the damage to your home by a dog and canine, which makes zero sense on why you'd have one in the first place. Just doesn't make any sense. With their claws, they scrape up the hardwood floors and the tile in your house. They poop in your yard, and they leave patches of fur in the carpets. And for some of those canines, it's hair. It is the smell of blasphemy. When I walk into a dog owner's house, it's disgusting. I already immediately know if they have dogs in there, regardless of how much cleaner that they use to cover up the smells. It's disgusting. Okay? Not quite as intense as a skunk smell, but I would definitely say dogs have a more disgusting smell to where it makes you kind of want to like puke or throw up. And it's really disgusting and disrespectful that I would have to go to someone's house and have to smell that. It's quite blasphemous in its scent. I've been scratched, scraped, and even bitten by dogs. I'm just lucky that I never had a serious wound. But for those who do and have had serious wounds from canines, you know that it's a very wise idea to cut them out of your life where possible. Then you have the human element. These dog owners engaging in this activity of owning dogs. I don't know where this comes from, but a lot of dog owners are very careless. And this is one of the reasons why I dislike them so much. How could I ever respect somebody who just doesn't want to obey the rules? They walk their dogs on the beach or on the boardwalk, and there's signs clearly posted, no pets, and they still do it anyway. I mean, that's pretty rude and disrespectful, especially to me, infringing on my liberties to be away from these dog owners and these canines, which are not okay with my religion, and just frankly not really okay from many standpoints of humanity. Then they're so careless, these humans who have dogs. They're like, oh, my dog can't do that. I know, I'm so sick of their shit. I'm really disappointed in these dog owners for not understanding that they have a creature that could be potentially harmful to me or other people. The other thing with dog owners, I don't know what it is, but for most of my life, and this is just the reality, it's very hard for me to trust them. And I can't explain it. It's just a reality. Like, I don't know why. But dog owners, well, maybe it's because they don't follow the rules. Maybe it's because, you know, they don't hold themselves accountable for their dogs and what their dogs do. But I just can't trust them. When you're a dog owner, and I find out that you're a dog owner, I become more suspicious of you. That's a reality. Just like it says in the First Amendment, The thing that we keep, the thing that we embrace is our free speech. And just like the first thing it says in Revelation about being outside of Christianity is the dogs, we need to get rid of these dogs and maybe even, help these dog owners that are coming to our churches to either get rid of their dogs or leave the church completely. We're just trying to do this to make Christians more Christian again. So keep your free speech, get rid of your dogs, and ownership of dogs, and the world could be a slightly better place than it is today. The second thing that Christians really need to get rid of, because they are outsiders, not from our Christian roots. These are the sorcerers. The difference between witchcraft and sorcery is that witchcraft is the replication of God's power, and sorcery is a replication of the devil's power. Make sure that that's clear. I was pretty upset when they took down the dueling dragons inverted roller coasters at Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. And then they replaced it with this sorcery? Harry Potter? Come on. It's not just Universal pushing sorcery. It's Disney as well. In fact, they've been pushing Mickey Mouse as a sorcerer for decades. And many other characters have been pushed and put into sorcery positions, whether in movies or in episodes or in shorts. This is very important to note. There is a push of sorcery replicating the devil's power, and a lot of children are witnessing this. And for Christians, that's just absolutely not okay. Make America religious again. Real sorcery from individuals and groups needs to be politically criminal because the Bible teaches us not to allow it. The Second Amendment here in the United States of America is to keep your firearms. And the second thing to reject as a part of the outsiders, outside of Christianity, as mentioned in the book of Revelation in the New Testament, we need to get rid of sorcery. Keep our firearms, reject sorcery. Very important. I'll add this in. Thank you for watching part 1 of this video. Make sure to watch part 2, because I'm not done telling you everything yet.